I'm Peter Brostrom, and Mary Claire and I have been members here since 2004. Son of two ministers and the grandson of a minister. My grandfather was a Lutheran minister. I was a farmer up north of town. Having read that St. John's was starting a shelter, I said, well, I'll bring a 25-pound bag of popcorn down for the shelter, and parked on L Street and threw the bag of popcorn over my shoulder and went over to Gady Hall, and the doors were locked and there was a line of women outside. And I had been working all day, so I was dirty and dusty and a little disheveled, and the women were looking at me, and finally one of them said, this place is for women only, don't you? And when I think about this church, this was where Mary Claire and I were married. Our girls were baptized. They went through First Communion. We looked forward to their confirmation. It's become our home church. From an early age, I was asked if I was going to be, a pastor. Really, felt a different calling. When I was 12, we moved to Ethiopia and lived in Ethiopia from when I was 12 to 16. Went to UC Davis and studied agronomy. Returned and was a Peace Corps volunteer in West Africa. Now I work for the Department of Water Resources, managing the state's water use efficiency program. One of my defining faith moments was as a Peace Corps volunteer. My father had cancer. I was on the other side of the world and had gotten a very distressing letter that my father had started to go downhill. And I threw the letters in a cardboard box on the back of my bike, and as I was riding, the box fell off my bike, and I was sort of hustling to try to grab them and put them back over, and there was a Muslim man there who was rolling out his mat to say his noon prayers, and he saw kind of my distress and said, "Wa Mpusa Wende, come and worship God, or come and pray to God." And that made all the difference. I was reminded that there was something greater, bigger, holding me up, supporting me, supporting my dad. But that reminder made the journey through my dad's illness much better.